Let's set the scene. 3 hours before dawn, the brothel has been busy since noon the day before. It's the day after a major holiday celebrating the god of feast, the god of wine, and people are getting a little bit rowdy. Vaya is dancing for a patron. She hears a scream. It's not the type of scream that you would normally hear in a place as such. Certain screams mean different things. One scream could be from pleasure. This one was from pain. This is not one she had recognized. And she had known all of the girls. She had been there for 5 years. Ancient in brothel time. She's been around. There's another scream. She's through the door. Another scream. Into the room. She picks up a broom. Go back a second. She sees the patron forcing himself on the bar girl. See, they often hired underage, very, very young girls to deliver the beer. It provided opportunity in that town, okay? Look, there was plenty of reasons why it was morally fine. Anyways, this patron is forcing himself on this girl. There's a broom in the corner. She picks up the broom. One hit to the back of the head. The patron rises. One hit to the knee. The patron falls. One hit to the back of the head. The patron's on his back. One final hit to knock out the teeth. He was a nobleman. She lost her job. Scene. We'll cut to the next scene. She's outside. Rain is falling. She's sitting maybe 2 stoops down because just far enough away from the brothel for her to have a little bit of dignity, but not so far that she actually made it home. Tears running down her face, maybe a little hard to tell because of the rain. But to her left, she hears the door open and then shut, and then footsteps. I like how you handled yourself in there. Several seconds move by, and she lifts her head and looks up. Without a noise, she looks back down. Crying over this job? Really? She looks up again. It's just been a really long day, okay? I'm not normally like this. I'm not one of those girls. The voice smiles. You can hear the smile roll off of the tongue. Well, I liked what you were doing in there. You handled yourself quite well with that broom. I have been hired to put together an expedition. I think you'd be a great 12th man. Vaya looks up and over. This doesn't happen. Nobody just walks up and offers you money, offers you an opportunity. She has had to fight for everything she's ever gotten. Her mother, her father, dead. A carcass fell on them from the heavens. She doesn't know that. She believes it was a drunk carriage ride. She believes a gang of drunken elves crashed into her parents, leaving them for dead. She was adopted by this noble family, not because they had love to share, but because that was cheaper than paying someone to do a service. So she drove them around, and she waited day and night for the lady of the house, waited on her day and night. She had gotten comfortable at the brothel. It wasn't the best job. She could do more with herself, but it was warm, and it was always there. No matter what she did, she could always return to it, and she wouldn't be on the streets. There's a few things. So I've chosen chaotic good, and that's because I like the idea of being good, irrelevant of the laws. I personally get very angry over certain really dumb slights, like, or not things that aren't even slights, like when people don't park correctly in a parking spot and they like cross over the line. That annoys me to hell. So maybe I see a little bit of myself in there. But I do also hope that she loses faith in humanity. Maybe just killing after killing after killing, adventure after adventure, just whatever little innocence was captured and lived inside of her, gone. And while not necessarily a sociopath, I think the chaotic neutral, eventually that kind of switch over would be fun to play and also be incredibly entertaining. She doesn't believe in mermaids. All mermaids that have ever been seen were just manatees. And if those sailors weren't gooning all day, then they would have seen that was obviously a manatee, and they just had goon brain, okay? She looks up. She has 1 gold to her name at this point in time. It's expensive living in the city, and that 1 gold is her inheritance. She refused to spend it. She was on the streets, and that gold was in her coin purse. She was hungry, starving, unable to move, unable to exert any will, but that gold was in her coin purse. She looks up at the stranger, stands up, brushes herself off, and extends a hand.